come and speak about her graduate.
Hi, I'm Tara, and this is Jonathan. I am so bad with the microphone. I'm a former teacher, so I can really project without it, but that's enough. I'm here to honor Jonathan tonight, and Jonathan came to us. He's 21 years old. He came to us back in June, and Jonathan's story, he's really had quite a bit of history.
Yeah.
He started out, he was in Job Corps in Excelsior Springs when COVID hit. So that kind of forced him into a predicament, and he and a friend, I think at one point...
We were living with somebody, well, we were living with the girlfriend of my friend, Talon. And we were living there for a year after we all got kicked out of Job Corps. The Department of Labor just kind of abandoned us, literally just like bye. And we had nowhere to stay, so we stayed with them until they got sick of us.
So then following that, Jonathan experienced a period of homelessness. He was able to get some support from another agency, but it was just kind of a stopgap measure. He needed some permanent housing to get himself back on track. So he joined Hillcrest in June of this year. And while here, he was here for 6 months, he managed to save over $2,000. He was working at Sonic and has upgraded his working environment to now he's at Chipotle,
Which is so much better.
Yeah. But it's a better working environment for him. At the beginning of December, Jonathan realized that he had the funds available, and he had a situation that became available to him with some other friends that were wanting a roommate. So he has moved out into kind of that situation with plans in February of moving into his own apartment, and he's making the necessary steps, taking the necessary steps to move into that, hopefully in February. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to let him have the microphone because he would like to.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about something because I take a lot of time to walk because I walk to work every day. And while I was doing it, I was like, what is the most important lesson I learned while I was at Hillcrest? And I probably think that it would be learning the difference between surviving and living. And I think that when I first got into Hillcrest, I was afraid to even sleep on the bed. It was just so weird that my life was in chaos all the time and didn't know where my food was going to come from, didn't know how I was going to sleep, to all of a sudden everything was just okay. And I think that the most important lesson is just allowing yourself to be like, I'm not in any danger anymore. I can be okay. I can actually start doing something other than worrying. So I think that's probably the greatest thing I learned while I was here that benefited my life.
Congratulations, Jonathan. Okay, we have one more graduate, and so I'm going to go ahead and invite their case manager up. Her name is Lisa as well. We differentiate them by North Lisa and South Lisa. So this is South Lisa.
Thank you. So I have the privilege of being the adult case manager on the South Campus, and currently I have 9 apartments full, and I have the pleasure of graduating Shelby, Jessica, and their sweet little girl, Layla. So these guys have been absolute rock stars in our program, and I'm just going to hit some of the highlights, and then I will let them tell you a little bit more about their story. So Shelby actually moved in to our campus on the 14th of December of last year. So he's been here just a little over a year, right at a year. And then sweet baby Layla was born on December the 10th of last year. She just celebrated her 1-year birthday. And as soon as Jessica healed from her labor and taking care of her, she was able to join Shelby in the apartment on the 25th of February of 22. These two have been through the mill, and like I said, I'll let them talk to you a little bit about that, but here's some of their highlights. Shelby actually got out of prison right before Layla was born. They were in Oxford House, is that correct? Okay, they are both Oxford House alumni, so for those of you who are not familiar with Oxford House, it's a community-based addiction recovery home where people can go that are facing addiction. So they are both alumni for there. Jessica is currently 13 months clean. And Shelby is 21 months clean. So we all know how God works in wonderful ways. And I always look at this because Jessica has shared that when she was pregnant with Layla, she was a drug user. And through her whole pregnancy, she used drugs. And when she went to deliver Layla, not a single trace of any kind of drug was in that baby's system. Praise the Lord. Shelby actually graduates drug court on January 20th. He has one more in-person hearing, and he just paid off his legal fees and fines 2 weeks ago. He is currently a peer orientator at the drug court. Yeah, that's right. Couldn't remember what it was called. And they are both working right now. They've got the paperwork in to get their peer support specialist certifications. So they're paying it forward. Eventually, with the life experience that they have and the knowledge that they've gained through drug court and through just everything, Shelby would like to work on prison ministry when he's able to go actually in there. Yeah. And Jessica would eventually like to become a substance abuse counselor. Currently, Shelby's a manager at the thrift store, and Jessica is currently working at thrift as well. So since coming to Hillcrest, they have been gifted a car. Shelby's had dental work done to fix some of the drug problem teeth that comes with it. These two were guest speakers at the 2022 Hillcrest Platte County Fundraising Gala. They were outstanding, and they were such a wonderful representation of this program and what you can get when you really work the program. One of the things that I talked to Jessica about last night in case management, about what she was one of the proudest of, is that in the time that she has been in our program, she's been able to strengthen her family ties with her mom and her sister who are here. So Shelby asked Jessica to marry him back in February. They finally got the ring in September, and they're planning on getting married hopefully sometime this coming spring. And one thing that Shelby did tell me last night as well is that he has concentrated so hard on drug court, getting through all of that, that as soon as he's done, he wants to concentrate on going to counseling with Miss Mary, so that he can learn how to be the best husband and dad that he can be to Jessica and Linda. And finally, the last thing that they have agreed to let me share is, since they have been in the program, we figured up last night, they have paid over $8,000 worth of debt, and they are about to pay off the last $2,200 of debt, and then they will be completely debt-free. On top of that, they have managed to save just a few $100s shy of $10,000. All right, I will let them take this over.
I first want to say thank you to everybody. They got it learned after the gala to like something down. This has been a life-changing experience for me, and I want to thank Hillcrest for that, because I've learned so much since being in this program. Coming in, I didn't really have a whole lot of parental guidance, so I didn't know how to do a lot of things to take care of myself. I didn't understand how to adult, really. I just kind of lived by the seat of my pants, per se. Hillcrest has taught me how to be an adult and take care of business and manage my day-to-day life. For that, I'll be forever grateful. And I am trying to pay it back now in whatever way I can. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been involved, and I appreciate it.
That just thank you to everybody, all the employees, volunteers, everybody for supporting us. Like, this has just been, I don't know, everybody's like family now. We hope that we made you proud.